Dear friends, what happens that one day you wake up as soon as you open your WhatsApp or Telegram or any other chat application, it says no SIM, no service. So there's a possibility of a disruption which is about to happen around early 2026. So Department of Telecommunication, which is part of Government of India, has come up with two directives, primarily to two bodies. One is to the OTT providers like WhatsApp, Telegram, and our own Indian Zoho, RTI, kind of applications wherein they have to ensure that SIM is binded with their application. Second directive is to the mobile handset manufacturers to ensure that Sanchar Saathi app is pre-installed in each and every new mobile handset. This has been put on hold for a while. However, the directive to the OTT applications is something which is in action. DOT has given around 90 days time to get this implemented. So why these directives by the Department of Telecommunication? So what is the problem which government is trying to address? One is the traceability of origination of fraud activities which happens through these communication app. If it is not binded with the SIM card, it is almost impossible to trace the origination of the communication. So much of cyber crimes and fraud happening in the digital space. Their government thinks that there's a need to have verified identities. Whoever is downloading an application, his identity needs to be verified, and the only secure way is through SIM verification, SIM binding. So whenever first time you are downloading an app, registering, doing a registration, you need to ensure that it is binded with your mobile number. The app will work only on your SIM. I think this is the high time government is thinking about telecom cybersecurity rules to make digital communications traceable and secure. The problem which government is trying to address is the traceability or traceability of origination of the fraud calls or communication which is happening through these chat applications, which is preferred means of communications nowadays. So what is the solution? Government has to find out ways to fix this gap and establish traceability of origination of any communication, which can probably happen only through SIM binding. Directive which is these OTT application providers is that they have to ensure that every application user is SIM binded. So the application needs to, or these WhatsApp or Telegram or RTI kind of apps need to ensure that SIM is there in that mobile phone which is doing the communication. Now these applications like WhatsApp, Telegram, etc. also runs on, they have their desktop or laptop versions as well. So there also the user will get logged off in a span of around 6 hours, and then he has to re-log in through by using a QR or doing an authentication based on a device which has the actual SIM of that person. Why government is doing it? Primary reason is to establish traceability of the origination of the communication which was there behind a cyber crime, which was there behind the misuse of a chat application, which was there behind a digital or an online fraud. Government is trying to establish telecom cybersecurity rules to make digital communications traceable and secure. There are a lot of upsides and downsides of these directives. It is obviously there are a lot of upsides or the benefits of these directives. Traceability is going to be established with the SIM binding. It is going to make life difficult for fraudsters to impersonate phones or fraud which is happening from abroad, leveraging Indian phone numbers. It's going to reduce scams, digital scams. It seems, and that's how this initiative establishing digital identity, which would be based on the SIM card of a person. There's some downsides also to it. There are a lot of feedbacks which are there from various industry bodies, and they're telling that it's going to be annoying for people who are using web or desktop versions of these apps. A lot of small businesses, they run on WhatsApp or Telegram apps on the desktop versions. So every 6 hours they have to relog in. It's going to bring some kind of disruption, and this is also going to bring disruption to the people who are using multiple devices, or who often switches off phone, because if the phone is switched off continuously, then so WhatsApp or Telegram will not be able to re-authenticate based on the SIM card in the phone and log out. And a lot of people who are using multiple devices, or who are in the habit of switching off phones, their applications, their chat applications like WhatsApp, etc., might get logged off. There are also feedbacks that this might not be technically possible, as few mobile operating systems might not facilitate continuous access to SIM identifiers or continuous polling to SIM. So it might become technically impossible for these chat apps to ensure SIM binding. There are also feedbacks from few industries that this is a regulatory overreach, and not much of discussions which have happened in open between various bodies before coming up with this directive. So what is SIM binding? SIM binding is nothing but verification or authentication of a user who is using a chat application. So this ensures that an authenticated person only is doing the communication through that a chat application like WhatsApp or Telegram. Government also came up with a directive to the mobile handset manufacturers to ensure that Sanchar Saathi app comes preload in the mobile handsets. And Sanchar Saathi apps give the privileges to the user. It empowers the users to identify that if there are any fraud SIM cards which are issued on the name of that particular person, a user will be able to protect his identity. A user can block fake SIM which are in his name. Sanchar Saathi app is nothing but the empowerment to the user to ensure that his digital identity is more secure. However, on the directive to the mobile handset manufacturers, government has taken a step back, and probably a revised regulation would fall in place. So this is a start of a larger shift which is going to happen in the digital identity space, and in the way communication is being managed by IT and telecom organizations. This seems to be a start of a larger shift to have a better control over digital identity, better control over SIM and communication apps. So chat application or communication applications like WhatsApp, etc., are the first segment which is getting targeted to ensure SIM binding. This directive seems not only going to impact the chat applications or the communication apps like WhatsApp, etc., it is going to go beyond that. This is also going to impact the way digital payments or financial transactions happen in the digital world, and multiple other critical services which are given by the applications. This is going to evolve over time. What's happening in the past is that these chat applications continue to work on desktop modes or on multiple devices without continuous authentication of the user. Once SIM binding is implemented in these applications, it's certainly a trade-off between privacy and security. People are going to lose some convenience, but if it is at the cost of getting a more secured identity, I personally feel it's going to help everyone, and it's going to lessen the number of cyber frauds, scams, digital scams which are happening. Now the question comes how this initiative is going to impact on technology and on the generative AI and the AI world. This initiation, if implemented properly, can empower digital identity to become the control layer of AI. This can ensure digital identity becomes the control layer of artificial intelligence or AI. A combination of SIM binding and Sanchar Saathi app is equal to your mobile number becoming your digital identity. Every AI app like AI assistants, AI bots, automated bots, fintech apps may require verified SIM-based signups. These apps may require phone number-based authentication. And this will ensure that your digital identity is linked with the AI usage. Anonymous usage will reduce. Fake AI scams, many automated bot made accounts. This will have an impact on the identification verification layers in AI, which can support better audit trails and usage and user traceability. Right now we have one SIM which is equivalent, which can have hundreds of accounts, but with SIM binding we'll have one SIM with one identity. This will ensure one account is binded with one human. This will give rise to a secure AI. This is going to ensure authentic interactions, trust based platforms, verified accounts, and this will also open up multiple opportunities for India to develop such kind of platforms and take it to the world. Since this is an India only initiative as of now, this can give immense opportunities to Indian technology companies to become an export hub for fraud AI technology platforms.